Hello, Women's Studies class. I promised to show you how to search inside of the Explicator. And there's other publications that you might find on the internet or find in your references. And you want to find the journal name to find if we have it full text or if it's available, or put it on interlibrary loan. While each database has a place for you to search for what has full text, the library catalog has some knowledge where you can find this out about a couple of databases at one time. What you're looking for is the journals search. We're going to add an Explicator. It's called the Explicator. It's online. I'm going to go available online. When you have an option, and sometimes you'll have 4 or 5, choose the research library. It's usually the most satisfying connection. And you have an option. I can search inside of this item, or I could search one issue at a time. As you can see, we at least have some index and full text for some time. Let's figure out what that means here. We're also going to have the impact factor. You'll see it may be picking up a little bit of that. That means people are citing and using this particular journal more. And that's good then when I'm showing it to you. So this is going to give us some information, but what we're looking for is full text. So we have full text, and then we have PDFs. And it looks like if something's really new, we're going to have to ask for it at interlibrary loan. We're working with Jane Eyre, and that has some time that it might have been written about. So not having something from 2024 is not going to ruin us at this point. So I typed in the name. I put it in quotes so it searches as a phrase. And we have these with a PDF. This mentions Jane Eyre with the yellow wallpaper if you're looking at a comparison. This just talks about it. This has something where it's mentioned at least 3 times. Oliver Twist has a little line in there. And we'll see from 2018. These are the 10 that we have, some of which are in full text. They do have references that may be helpful for you. The Explicator pieces are usually quite short. They're called deep reading. Sometimes people focus at the different objects that appear inside of the novel, and in your case you might find I think it's in here somewhere where it talks about cells and imprisonment and places that Jane Eyre, the character, keeps getting trapped or isolated. This is a great place to use your research as research. And what I'm demonstrating here, I hope you understand that you could do this with all types of publications you find across the internet. You can search for the title to see if we have it in full text using the library catalog. So let's look at one of these. Let's look at the piece from 1992. I always advise you to download these. See, it is really brief. I'd say they're an average to 4 to 5 pages to give you some idea of the brevity. So this talks about breaking from a chronological narrative. And also, can I do that in the middle of this? Helen Burns. It's our conflict with Helen Burns. That's also, I think, a research that we're able to do on ProQuest. But let's go down and see that there are some references. And there are just a few of those. So let's see if this particular database allows us to read into those. Actually, if you're working on Helen Burns, this looks like a really great one. ProQuest is also awesome for giving you suggested sources. If you have a larger screen, it'll be on the right-hand side. You'll be linked right into these things. These look really great. You can show more suggestions. You can ask me for help right over here. So this is a great little piece if you'd like to write about Helen Burns. So that particular search result did not have references, but these two do. Let's give this a look. I just selected the 2 references. I would have to look these up. This is probably a book from 1975. You would put that on interlibrary loan. And the second one would also fall under that order. So it has 461 shared references. And let's see how this page presents itself. This does give you links where these pieces are useful. And since there are quite a few, let's look the most recent first and do a find of Jane Eyre. That might help you because if it's going to be important, it might be inside of the title. From Red Room to Rochester's Haircut. Not sure what that's about, but that could be very, very interesting. It is available to you full text, and it allowed me to misspell things and still found it. So, R-E. Let's go to the next one. Talks about parody in popular culture. Full text is available. It will also have 9 places that you could look. The tradition of self-assertion. Full text has 37 references. So I'm using this little point to show you that you can find things that are in specific journals. Then you could use those particular articles to find very narrowed down items where you're comparing minor things, and usually 4 or 5 pages or less inside of the Explicator. But you can also take another look and do some citation searching and use your research to find other research. Anyway, I hope this was useful for you, and if you'd like me to show you something else, just ask. I'm at Rhonda K at bigbend.edu, RHONDAK at bigbend.edu.